words and actions are the same thing. Well, at least to our brains. And what I mean by that is saying that you'll do something is almost the same as actually doing that thing. And our brain thinks they're kind of the same things. And the way I kind of like found this out was I was reading this piece of research that said that people, and this is a bit dark, people that said that they wanted to kill someone, if they said that out loud, they were actually less likely to kill someone in real life. So the fact of speaking it out kind of triggered the same areas of their brain, the same like reward pathways as if they actually did it. And so they were less likely to do it in real life. And I like can definitely relate to that. Not the killing part. Don't like report me to the police. But I can relate to that in the sense that if I wanted to do something, let's say I want to start a YouTube channel, and all I say is I want to start a YouTube channel, I want to do this, I want to do this to everyone I know. Eventually, I'll convince my brain that I've already started a YouTube channel, even though I haven't. It's like I've gained all the reward of starting a YouTube channel without actually doing the hard work. So words and actions kind of take up the same resources in our brain, even though in reality you get two very different outcomes. In one outcome, you're just fantasizing about starting a YouTube channel, whereas in the other one, you actually do it. And so this is something that I've definitely realized, and there's a lot of like big YouTubers like Healthy Gamer GG who talk about this. And there was a podcast that I'm looking at right now where he mentions a very similar thing, which is language becomes a substitute for action. And he mentions the research as well. And the fact that talking about a thing and actually doing the thing allocate the same resources, it means we just have to like allocate our resources like wisely. And the interesting thing is that this works both ways. So let's say I have, let's say, trauma. Let's say, well, this actually happened. Like, I really like this girl. She rejected me, and I felt depressed for the longest time after. And I just kept it within myself. I never talked about it to anyone, and that was it. But one day, it just got like so uncomfortable. Like I was genuinely considering just like not ending it all, but like just not doing anything with my life, just thinking about that all day. And what happened was I realized I just needed to tell someone. And when I told my close friends this, like I just felt like a massive burden was just like lifted upon my head. And I just felt so much more relieved afterwards just by telling someone. And what I realized from this is that just by saying this thing out loud is the same as actually like taking the action of overcoming this like heartbreak or trauma in this case. And so it kind of works both ways. If you have a very negative thing, you kind of want to speak it out. That way you're not actually going to carry out with it, right? If I said I'm going to like, end myself or whatever, obviously that's very extreme. If I just say that out a few times, well, again, keep in mind the context, don't just go around saying this. Obviously in a controlled setting, like talking to like a close friend or in an environment you respect, like obviously there's like nuances to this, but just by doing that, I felt like much better about myself, and it made me less likely to actually do the action. Um, Whereas, let's say I want to do something positive. Let's say I want to start a YouTube channel. Actually saying this thing out loud too many times actually reduces the chances of you actually like taking action and actually doing it. And so the one line summary to all of this is anything left in the mind compounds. And so as Dr. K puts it, whatever you want to cultivate, keep it inside your brain. If it's positive thoughts, keep it in your brain. If it's negative thoughts, you don't want to keep that in your brain. You want to let it out. So whatever you want to cultivate in your brain, keep it inside.